People, Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin here. Do we got a show for you? Listen, I know y'all find that I'm always the bearer of bad news, but I've been telling you for the longest, this is going to be the biggest financial crash ever. It is coming. And I give you this warning so you could wake up now before it is too late. That is why I told everybody, make sure they get that Spirit Tools 1 at gmail.com. That's Spirit Tools 1 at gmail.com. I am seeing a lot of recommendations that they gave where I understand why they gave it. It's right there. Spirit Tools, the number 1 at gmail.com. Now I'm going to play a video for you. This is closer and sooner than you think. With the rising gas prices, inflation, the truckers having a shortage. Yes, that's right. There's a shortage of truck drivers as well, as if it couldn't get worse, right? Food famine, fertilizer. There's a shortage of fertilizer, baby food, and I could go on and on, which these things I have been warning you all about since 2020. And if you really want to get technical, I've been warning people since 2010. Now let's get into it. I want to play a video for you I find very, very interesting, people. Very, very interesting. So as usual, let me share my screen so you see what I see.
Do as well by worried investors saying, I've just lost millions. How do we know if the bottom is near? Have we bottomed now?
No, generally a bottom, and I've seen this movie so many times before, is you need a big institution to go bankrupt. That always helps. I mean, you have to sacrifice an institution to get this to work, because then you get a dramatic flushing of equity positions as panic sets in, margin calls are called in, shorts, are bought, they basically bought themselves in already, and then you get this big leg down. Usually it's 5 to 10%. And that is the bottoming process we need. Now, this time I was thinking it might be in the crypto space, but that's already been decimated. And so it may be something else, a financial services company, or, there was some rumors about Coinbase that turned out not to be true. But you need somebody's offside somewhere on a leveraged hedge position. You just don't know who it is yet. And they're big. And we're going to wake up in the next 10 days, 20 days, and you're going to find out they're a zero. That's a good thing. And
Yo, this devil said that's a good thing. Boy, you gotta love Kevin O'Reilly. Goodness gracious. In case y'all missed it, and it might have went over everyone's head, he said anytime the real bottom is gonna hit, when this is gonna happen, he's seen it before. It is when a big firm, a big player, major player gets taken out. And he said anywhere from the next 10 to 20 days. Now, we'll turn around and be like, oh, we don't know who that could be. That's not possible. But what if I tell you we have a strong possibility, an idea of who it is? Don't believe me? Let's go to Jim Rickards. Do y'all remember in 2020 me playing this video right here for you? Jim Rickards, talking about Ice 9, the coming big freeze. The Daily Reckoning, Road to Ruin. That's his book. Now, this is over 5 years ago when this was actually said. So, let's watch.
With some background and context, because I know this must sound hard for some viewers to believe. I was having dinner with a friend not long ago in New York City. We met at a place called Oriole, which is in Midtown. My dinner companion that night was a senior advisor to Blackrock, As you may know, BlackRock is now the largest asset manager on the planet. It directly manages $5 trillion in assets, and it oversees another $11 trillion through its Aladdin platform. That means one firm controls more money than the GDPs of China, Russia, and Japan combined. Anyway, my dinner companion happens to work directly for BlackRock's CEO. As we nursed our white wine and the evening wore on, she let something slip.
Okay, she worked directly for BlackRock. And he talked about, as we nurse our white wine, she let something slip. No, you got her drunk and loose mouthy so she could talk that talk. Let's see what he uncovered.
If I remember her words, she said something like, "They want to tell us we can't sell." What was she talking about? Who was she talking about? I placed a few calls, first to my contacts in Washington, then to a few people on Wall Street. Soon I was on a plane for a series of meetings to London, to Geneva, back to New York, then down to South America. As I began connecting the dots, a pattern emerged. It revealed a network of more than 189 individuals positioned inside the world's major financial institutions. Some of them hold senior positions inside the IMF, World Bank, and every central bank in the G20, including our own Federal Reserve. These elites share one vision, and they're about to make it a reality. That vision is one world order, one world taxation, and one world money.
Sounds
They've
familiar?
worked for years behind the scenes preparing to realize that vision. They've literally rigged the laws of international finance. Everything is basically in place right now, and there's essentially no way to stop this from happening. When the crisis hits, they'll flip the switch, freezing the global financial system. That will give them time to reset the world economy according to their vision. As the coming crisis unfolds, President Trump will be powerless to stop it. In fact, trying to stop them would probably weaken the president's power altogether.
That is amazing, Jim.
Now, as you can see, this was since Trump was president. And if you watch more of this video, he's going to say straight up, he don't believe Trump will last in this election because they're going to do what they do to get him out. And even though he do play ball, they will get rid of him. Then you wonder why they so scared of Trump. But let's move on. Let's move on, people. Let's move on. So back to the matter at hand. We have Ice 9, which is what he calls it, Jim Ricketts. Their plan. You are very, very stupid and I'm not even going to ask you if you're stupid or are you stupid. Because if you haven't taken that money out the bank yet, I don't know what to tell you. If you have a huge, large sum of money in your bank, you are in big trouble. You heard Kevin O'Reilly said it himself. They thought that they would blame it on the crypto. Do you need a refresh for that? On Coinbase. Check this out. Let's do a recap real quick before we get out of here.
Get this to work, because then you get a dramatic flushing of equity positions as panic sets in. Margin calls are called in. Shorts, are bought. They basically bought themselves in already, and then you get this big leg down. Usually it's 5 to 10%, and that is the bottoming process we need. Now, this time I was thinking it might be in the crypto space, but that's already been decimated, and so it may be something else, a financial services company, or there was some rumors about Coinbase that turned out not to be true, but you need.
So Coinbase turned out not to be true. Listen, people. Listen to me well. They are not playing with you. And I strongly believe they're going to pull just like what they did with Robinhood. And you know what? Let me just show you better than I could tell you. So check this out. So we have Citadel. In case you don't know, Citadel and Robinhood work very closely together. If you ever use Robinhood and you made a trade, they use Citadel. They strike the deal with Citadel to make it happen. That's why they were behind the big GameStop fiasco where they shut all the trading down. And Robinhood wasn't the only one to do it. They were just the one to do it in the biggest way. They didn't allow you to get in on the real deal. They stopped the trading, which was against the law, which Robinhood got in trouble for, and Citadel didn't even take the heat. These are the major big key players you have to know. All right, moving on. Now, I already spoke about this dude, did a live stream, whole live stream on Blackrock. You have to know about Blackrock. You seen that recommendation that was given the last live stream? They own a huge percentage of Exxon. Let me just say this, Blackrock owns everything. The news outlets, everything, the newspaper, everything. Okay? They have their hands in everything, especially in the crypto market now. And you heard Jim Rickards, what he said. The chick was like, they're going to tell us that we can't sell. They need somebody to take the fall. Will it be Blackrock? Would it be State Street? Would it be Vanguard? These are the people you need to know and the companies that you need to know. One of them will fall big. Could it be Citadel? One of them is going to fall hugely and they need somebody to blame. And I really believe Blackrock, very own Larry Fink, is up to bat. When this system come down and fully crash, there will be pandemonium. There will be pandemonium. And there will be nothing you can do to stop it, especially if you haven't taken your money out now. The biggest financial crash ever, it is on the way. Get your money out the banks. Make sure you have enough left over for proper investments. Start investing in more of, not financial advice, always got to say that bull crap. Make sure you start investing in these real, deal startups. And I ain't got nothing else to tell y'all, people. All right? The dude with Ice 9 said it best. Jim Rickards. He said it best. Let me give you a play, one more, just so it's sinking. Because hopefully none of y'all are on the time. Okay. Let's let a shorter clip play.
In New York City. I was having dinner with a friend not long ago in New York City. We met at a place called Oriole, which is in Midtown. My dinner companion that night was a senior advisor to Blackrock. As you may know, Blackrock is now the largest asset manager on the planet. It directly manages $5 trillion in assets, and it oversees another $11 trillion through its Aladdin platform. That means one firm controls more money than the GDPs of China, Russia, and Japan combined. Anyway, my dinner companion happens to work directly for Blackrock's CEO. As we nursed our white wine in the evening,
and who is that Blackrock CEO? Larry Fink.
Wore on, she let something slip. If I remember her words, she said something like, "They want to tell us we can't sell." What was she talking about? Who was she talking about? These elites share one vision, and they're about to make it.
And that's it right there. So they're letting Blackrock know we're setting you up to fall. And they're supposed to be one of those companies that is considered too big to fail. So they will have to come and bail them out. And when they come to bail them out, they will freeze up all the asset. No one will be able to take out their monies out the banks. And I hope y'all know, if you got your crypto on exchanges, get it off. I've been told y'all where to buy the hard wallets. And you buy it only from the official site. You stuck on stupid people. Yes, I'm talking about you. If you offended, good. Do not be stuck on stupid. Do not buy your hard wallet from Best Buy, Amazon, Target, or wherever. Buy it from the official site. I already gave the information on that. Y'all can contact me on Joel Benjamin 528. That's Joel Benjamin 528 on Instagram if need be. You could DM me. Or y'all know my number. Send me a text 929-374-3828. For the longest I've been giving up the source. And y'all better get that spirittools1@gmail.com information. The info they got on there, it is supposed to help you get through this Black Swan event. I didn't understand and get it myself. I was also seemingly stuck on the mode, people, until I got a better understanding. Because like I said, they just tell you, hey, get this, that's it. They don't literally explain why. So once I seen the recommendation, I did my research and I said, oh, really? So this is what's going on. So people, Joel Benjamin 528, aka Big Money Benjamin, salute to the international audience and the domestic. All right? This is going to get heavier. It's going to get worse. Call me the bearer of bad news. The only thing you're going to be able to really say is that I told you so. Oh, and by the way, when you contact spirittools1@gmail.com, let them know Joel Benjamin 528 referred you. Okay? That's the way you're going to get, your discount. Peace.